The party has reached a sewer underneath the Razmiri town of Zer, near the Kionan border, after following a series of clues left behind by the robed and masked assailants who disrupted the treaty signing. Upon arriving at Zer, they had heard rumors of missing people, but few individuals willing to elaborate. Often, missing people turn up dead as members of a blasphemous cult that the Razmiran priests have rooted out, and thus people are wary of directly connecting themselves to investigations. Most of the missing people were last seen on the eastern docks, where the faith barges dock, and while the party was investigating that area, they saw the water hyacinths amidst the sewer discharge that matched the flower in the boot they had recovered. The party ducked inside the sewer just before curfew and began making their way along the large pipe. While half the party was searching for traps or other things out of the ordinary, no one noticed the pressure plate before Daegron stepped on it, causing a shower of liquid and worms to rain down from above, and 2 liquid humanoids to rise up out of the center channel. Initiative was rolled, Daegron gives a battle cry, and we will roll into round 1. So if you want to roll your intimidate check there, Daegron, we'll deal with that, and then we'll deal with the trap that is triggering on you.
Okay, and as this humanoid kind of rises from behind him, he spins, lets out a large bellow, and will see if he can intimidate.
Oh, yes.
Oh, we'll take that.
Critical
Natural 20 for
success.
41.
And it goes on just the one target. It's not all, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes, it's just the one.
Okay. But now that you have had that happen, sadly, we will have to deal with the filth raining down on you, Dezi, and the ooze right next to you. I need the 3 of you to give me a fortitude save as an undescribable torrent of sewage and worms is cascading and splashing on you all.
Oh, that's no good.
So, Daegron, you have a failure. Dezi, you have a critical success. And the enemy ooze has a failure at present. You all have at least 1 hero point. That was all been reestablished. I am not hearing anyone want to spend them now, so we will give out the effects. On the failure, which is Daegron and the ooze, you are both going to be sickened 2. I will put that on both of you. And you are taking some damage from the worms biting at you. And that was hidden. It should not have been hidden. Let me expose that. 20 points of piercing damage to both you and the ooze. And that was the trap's turn. It does not appear like the trap has anything more to do. There's not ongoing sewage rolling through that pipe. It seemed like it was a trap. And it is now done. Daegron, you are up first. You have a giant humanoid ooze monster right next to you. It is semi-translucent, made up of horrible sewage and green and bones of all kinds. It does not look pleasant at all.
All right. Maybe this is purely in reaction to it falling next to him and what I assume is a horrible smell. For his first action, he will retch before things kick off here and see if he can clear this sickened. Roll fortitude save.
That is a
go.
critical success. I believe that will get rid of both.
Yep. 2 on a critical success. So that is nice. I am happy with that. We're back to normal here. Before anyone notices, he pukes behind this thing to keep his cool, and then he'll drop into his dueling dance here, which is his new stance where he gets to have dueling parry up as long as he doesn't break the conditions. And then we will throw stance on. There we go. And then with his last action, he'll bring the axe as far back as he can and try to split this thing. We'll do a snagging strike here. Okay. Critical hit.
Yep. Critical hit for 56 points of damage. It only took some of that. About half of that, it looks like. But I will do all of its specializations here. So you have the frost on the weapon does not manage to slow it down at all. And other than that,
specialization won't count.
Yep, nothing from the sweep. So yeah, it didn't take a lot of that damage. It feels like there wasn't anything particular to latch onto in that hit. So it just felt like you were swinging through an ooze, swinging through some liquid, and there was nothing, no organs, no bones, nothing to really bite into with that crit.
Yeah, so he just kind of calls out as that happens. Be careful, there's not much to them. They just slide around the blade, and he'll try to keep its attention here on him. And that will be all 3 as he kind of prepares himself.
Okay. The one that you are right next to that seems to have incorporated some of the retching into itself now is going to
You?
attack. It's going to attack you. You just hit it. It's going to, oh, actually, it has a reaction I forgot about. Let's use that. In addition to your axe just flowing through it, you feel it tug against your axe as you are hitting it just a little bit.
Oh no.
And it has partially disarmed you. Not it hasn't stolen the weapon from you, but you do have the disarm effect on yourself now until you spend an action to regrip. You can tell it tries to kind of suck the weapon out of your grip.
Oh,
And
you see his hands just like slipping on the slime that's all over the handle now.
so now for its turn, it is going to start off by trying to just punch you. It's reaching out with its a slime tendril. It seems to come out of that base rather than out of an arm. The arm seemed to just be for show, but a pseudopod is coming out and trying to hit you. But with a 32 against AC, it will miss. It has 2 actions
I think
left.
that would have gotten it without that crit fear and the fail with the sickened.
Yes. Yes, the sickened and the actually, 1 second. Let me double check.
I
Did
don't
it
think they stack.
did it miss a trait?
Just
I'm also checking if it missed a trait.
Even if it does, if it's calculating wrong there, I
the
do
other
have 36.
Nope. Okay, I was checking if they had the thing causing the sickened, and they do not. So I'm going to allow it. But yes, it will then spend an action, I believe, retching back towards you. It wants to share. It thought you did a nice job.
Oh no. Libbiel was right. We should have never came down here.
But that is not going to clear its sickened. So it just vomits all over you, but it looks like it's still not doing very well at all. It has 1 action left, and it is going to they doesn't know about you enough. So yeah, it's going to spit at someone. Actually, no, it's going to swing a pseudopod at Dezi, who's right next to him. But with a 2 on the die, that is going to be a critical miss. The further one back, yeah, it's going to move through the water to get behind everyone, and it's then going to cast a spell. Oh, never mind. It's a 3-action spell. Never mind that. We'll save that for later. Instead, it's going to spend 1 action lashing out at Libbiel with its pseudopod, and with a 37 is going to hit you and just miss critting you, Libbiel, as you get whacked by something we do not want to describe for 33 points of damage, a mix of bludgeoning and acid. And it then attempts to grab you. That should be a 27. This is not the sickened one, so a 27 against your fort DC. It just
There,
gets you.
it's the tie, yeah.
Yep, so you are now grabbed. But that was its whole turn. Alzarius, your friendly NPC, is up next. He's going to have to move to do this, but he will. He will move to here, and he is going to cast an unfettered movement on Libbiel. So that will make you easily able to escape. And that will be
Neat.
his turn. Vanarel, you are up next.
Sludge and a lot of worms have happened all at once here. First, initially, I think instinctively, just size up the demon thing that is facing off with Daegron. The double prey is finally going to kick in, and I'm going to, with my first action, designate both of these slimy things as my hunted prey. Then, for a second action, I'm going to slide right along the wall here, getting opposite of Zarius and putting that demon thing in the middle. I don't know if Alzarius is aware enough to count as a threatening type person, but it's just an instinct. For my third action, I am going to grab 1 hammer in each hand and see if I can strike a jelly skull thing. Just try to knock the bones out of its little jelly body.
Looks like you got a crit and a hit with that. That is wonderful for 51 damage. You know, not all that's going to apply, but we will see how well it does. 39 points of that went through. So, as you saw before, there's just nothing to really latch onto for the crits, so it doesn't seem to take extra damage from the crits.
Yeah, I never thought a hammer would go all the way through a target I'm hunting like that, but well, here we are. I'll just kind of shake the hammers off as best I can, and that's me.
Okay. And up next will be Dezi.
Desi was a little bit worried about being stuck in the middle between these uses, but now things have shifted a little bit, so they're feeling a little safer. They know that old iron supposedly works well, as does holy. So I think what they would do is to step kind of next to backwards and next to Libbiel, and then fire off a holy lance at the one that's next to. Let's get the one that's next to Daegron. I got a clear line to the east.
Okay, that is a critical hit as well.
You will need to double that.
Was it a strike?
Yes, it's attack roll.
So that will not,
Spell
it will not take the double damage anyways then because it's immune to
Oh,
crits.
okay, gotcha. They are.
But it does
Okay.
have a weakness, so it does take extra.
Yep.
So, okay. Anything else?
That was all 3 of my actions. So now.
Libbiel.
I'm going to attempt to escape, and I'm going to fish for a critical. Just so
I believe you get to automatically escape because of the spell Alzarius gave you.
Yeah. Does that mean I have to give up the chance to get a critical so I can do like a 5-foot step away as well?
Yes, so let me take a look. When you attempt to escape an effect that has you, you automatically succeed unless yeah, so I'll let you roll, and you're going for the crit, and that was not a crit. That would have been a fail, but it becomes a success because of the spell. So you're
Okay.
no longer grabbed, and we take that off of you. There you go.
Okay. Just wanted to see if I can maybe get away from it as well. That's fine. My real action I really wanted to do this turn was this.
Floating flame. Maybe a dangerous thing in the sewer, but okay.
Yeah, well,
Where are you summoning it?
right? It was supposed to be just like a 5-foot square.
Yes, you're summoning it under the one that's right next to you. Got it.
Yeah, it's meant not supposed to cover force things like this.
It
Why is it?
got a success on its save. I will move the template around for you.
It's currently on top of him. Yeah.
We'll just track that. Foundry's acting up.
It
But
looks like it's now a basic reflex with no addendum to it. Is that correct?
that is correct. It is now a basic save, so it's no longer the pre-remaster one that did no damage on a success. So this one will take half damage. So you can roll your damage, and it took some damage from that. And we are beginning round 2 over to Daegron.
All right, so let's clear some of this ooze off. He regrips his weapon and tries to clear as much as he can to hopefully not lose his axe here. Remove that, and then he's got 2 more actions. He gets to stay in dueling as long as he doesn't break that stance. So let's just swing away on these guys. We'll start with the snagging strike, and he brings it high over his head.
Another crit.
Won't
That's
matter,
not.
but
But
besides the slow,
it will try to disarm you again.
it'll need its fort save also.
Rolling that right now. 38 on the athletics check. Is that going to be a critical success?
No, I'm
Okay.
30.
So you're still just have the -2 penalty on the weapon strikes with it unless you regrip, and it made its critical save against the slow.
And I will regrip just in case I get to swing again. I don't want to take a chance because it's going to reset it. Actually, yes, it would have reset its reaction. It's going to do it again after this. So I will regrip. I only get the 1 hit, but I don't want to lose my weapon just yet.
Okay, well, it is up next. It's going to start off by retching over you. It wants to get rid of this sickness that it got. It still can't. It's just making you a mess, but it's not getting rid of its sickened. It
Which
will
is
then
horrible.
try to hit you with another slime tentacle and misses. It's not having a good day at this. It's going to spit this time at Dezi.
It did critically miss though. So since I am in my
that's right.
dueling stance, I get to swing back here. So let's do brings it down low here. We're going to hit it. That's just the way it goes.
That's another crit.
I just rolled the regular damage,
Yep.
instead of, and then
It will try to disarm again because it got its reaction back. So it will give this a try. Nope, not getting your weapon.
That's great. And then it was a crit, so it does do the fort save. I'm not sure why it didn't throw it in there.
I'll find it. I'll scroll up.
Just a little ways up.
Got a success again. Now so this was now its third action was spitting at Dezi for a 22, which is going to miss you. So you're doing okay.
Does that trigger my AOO also?
It's a
No.
ranged attack. If you have
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Because I have 2. So
have 2
luckily
now.
it didn't get the disarm on me. Well, I wouldn't have been able to anyway. But now, this is the same turn. Does it count for forceful?
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, let's not worry about that one.
That's another crit though.
Oh, sorry, I didn't roll the crit. So, but I got max regular damage there, and it'll be another fort save up there.
You will get that fort save through sometime at some point.
I'm gonna make you cold at some point.
It's still making it though.
Wearing its booties.
Yep.
Unfortunate.
The second one is now going to cast the spell it wanted to cast last turn. And also that one's frightened goes away.
Is it Vanarel?
It's
Oh, I
trying.
know. I'm going to line up a hammer to get right in its face, because I do have it as my hunted prey.
Okay, well, can that disrupt it, or is it just going to do damage?
Well, it will do damage if I hit, of course.
Okay, you did hit.
If it was a critical hit, it would disrupt, but it did not, so I will at least do it a little more painful.
Okay, I've applied the damage, and now we'll add the spell right there. So this is everyone inside is concealed. So all creatures within the mist become concealed, and all creatures outside the mist are concealed to creatures within the mist. Additionally, we will need a fort save from everyone inside the mist. Of course, they are immune to certain types of effects this happens to be, so they do not need to roll. I see a success from Dezi, a failure from Libbiel, a failure from Daegron. Anyone re-rolling before I roll damage?
I'd like to reroll.
Go ahead. You had a 25, you got a 26. It doesn't change the result.
Wow.
Let me roll the damage for you all. 26 poison damage, so I believe that is Dezi takes half, everyone else takes whole. And that was its turn.
Hold on. Actually, I've got a reaction.
Okay.
I think scintillating safeguard would do this. 5 willing creatures who would be harmed by the triggering effect. So effectively all of us.
I don't think is poison physical or energy. I think it's its own type.
Oh, you might be right. Does it say physical? Oh, you're right. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Right.
So you've not cast that. Give it back to yourself. And it sounds like you have no reaction then. So we are over to Alzarius, your friendly NPC, who, what would he do here? No one looks too beat up. Oh, Libbiel is pretty beat up. Never mind. I think he's going to heal Libbiel. Or does he want to help the party? He has not really seen you fight, so he does not know what your tactics are. So I think he's going to step in here as a healer and try to help Libbiel. And you look down enough. I think he'll use a rank 5 heal on you.
Gonna put me out of job.
So 61 healing to Libbiel, and he has 1 action left. He has seen the creatures trying to steal weapons, so he's not going to swing his staff at this creature. I think he's going to just back up further away from this nasty fog. Vanarel.
Okay, so I'm covered in toxic mist here. I can still sort of make out where he is. So I'm going to foolishly presume that outline over there, this Libby shape, is still Libby.
And I was just
So
rolling Alzarius' flat check to target Libbiel. He did get it.
So I'm going to move to he, and I will try to strike the vague, misty outline of this demon thing.
Yep. I will put concealed on him. I know Foundry doesn't completely automate this, but it's a good marker for us.
Okay, is it going? Because I was about to use the flurry macro. Will it still utilize?
Go ahead and roll
that
it. We'll
properly?
see. It might not.
Okay, well, we'll see where it goes. The old 1-2 hammer from this angle.
I do not see the flat check, so you will need to give me 1 flat check.
Sure. Yeah, that
Yeah.
natural one I think was its own flat check. All right, and there is the roll.
Okay.
18
Yep,
for the one that did connect.
So you have another crit, which is going to do less than you expect.
Dealing 40, but I'll take what I can get. And then I've got just one more.
And this time he will try to grab your weapon. This one's not been trying that. It really should.
Okay.
You feel the weapon being slowly sucked out of your hand, but you hold on to it just fine.
No. You don't get this, even if I do have a backup. And I am going to go with one last strike just to teach him a lesson. We certainly hope. 29 coming down on the back of his skull.
That's another hit, but you do need the concealed check. This one,
That's right.
it does give you the button on this one. I think outside the macro, it can do the right thing, but the macro doesn't understand it. And you miss.
Gotcha. Oh, well, all right. That is my whole turn. 2 natural ones to show for it.
Dezi.
So just a note, I think the cloud does damage at the start of each person's turn, so I wouldn't have been able to use that spell anyways. However, I don't want to be in this stinky cloud. So I think I am going to go. I can see through this pretty easily, and I've got the range. So I'm going to head to the west here because I kind of want to keep Daegron in my spell range for if they need a heal. So I'm going to form a wall kind of with Vanarel and Alzarius up there. And I'm going to go after the more injured one near Daegron to try to free them up to move towards us. Since Divine Lance works so well, I will cast that and a ray of white fires out of my hand towards that.
You will score another critical hit. That's only regular damage, though. You do need the flat check, though, to target still.
Mine is lower here, gets it in. So that's
Okay. So roll the regular damage. I think that will work better. Okay. Libbiel.
So first, I'm going to dispel magic on this toxic cloud.
Okay.
We're going to use the counteract macro.
Yep. Let me program it all in. And let's see. The level was what level you're using a level 2 counteract? Or sorry, level
Yeah.
4 for the way that does the math here, and that's that. Okay. Counteract failed.
Okay, and I'm sustain the floating's flame,
Okay.
which is a DC 31.
Reflex save. That's going to fail, so roll your damage from that, and it will take the full amount. And that was your turn. Daegron.
All right. We're here. Let's see. Is there anything else I should do? No, let's start and just keep swinging away here. It seems pretty easy to hit. He's going to just start bringing the axe in a rapid series of strikes here and try to take this thing down. So we'll do a snagging to start. Roll the flat check on that. We're good.
Okay, 21 points of damage. And it has not had a chance to get its reaction back because it already used it
Not
during
yet.
its own turn.
So he'll just keep going down the map here. All right, a 36. Let's check that. Okay, concealed. We got it. And this is, I'll just crit, so it gives you the handy dandy little button.
So damage, and now it's save.
And then with the last one, he brings it spinning around with it. Okay, we miss on the concealment check.
And that was
That'll
your
be all
3.
3. He's just trying to tear this thing apart to get to the rest of the party.
Okay, it is up next. It's been trying to clear its retching and has not been working well. It has not been doing anything useful with what's going on there. I think it's going to try this. You see it liquefy back into the sewer and pops up over here. This is a concentrate and teleportation effect. It is not a movement effect.
Ooh.
So I don't think you have a reaction to that.
Not unless it is what, manipulate to cast?
It is not. This one is not. Yep.
Okay.
That was 2 of its actions to get there. And it will then spend 1 action striking at Vanarel.
Nice to know that I'm its favorite.
And it has a
Ow.
40 against your AC, which just misses being a crit. So you are very lucky here. For 26 more points of damage to you. But now it's Buddy. Well, first, the cloud moves 10 feet. We did everything at the start. We already did all of its effects last turn. From now on, if you start your turn inside of it, though, you'll be taking the second or third rounds of damage from it. So that will probably only apply to Daegron. It does not need to sustain it, though. And it will attack Vanarel since it finally has a flank.
Lovely.
So, and Libbiel is no longer concealed. The fog has blown away. Here comes the tendril at Vanarel. That's going to be a crit, a 42 against your off-guard AC.
Oh, yes.
For 60 points of damage, it will then try to grab you. That tendril wraps around you, and you are now grabbed. And it has 1 action left. It is going to start flowing over you through that tendril that's connecting you to it and coating you in acidic slime. I will need a fortitude save from you.
Nothing about this sounds good.
That would be a failure.
You know what? Let's try and hero point that.
You manage to kind of swat it away and keep your head above the surface of this gunk. It is slightly coating you and surrounding you, but you are still in your independent squares. Other than grabbed, you're okay. Alzarius is looking around at the party and kind of wondering if you all know what you're doing here, because it does not seem like things are
Alzarius.
going well.
Move east. Libby, kaboom.
Move
Oh,
east.
sure.
Okay. He trusts you. He does look like he wants to heal Vanarel first, so I think he's going to still do that, taking up your job. Another 5th rank? No, you do a 4th rank. Yeah, save some spells. So a 4th rank heal in the name of Razmiri comes over to Vanarel, and then he backs up, does not want to go into the cloud. Vanarel, you are up.
All right. First things first, I want to be free of this grabbing, trying to overflow me demon slime monster. So I'm going to start by trying to break free here. We'll make use of an athletics. I don't know how one grabs onto a slime tendril to break free, but that's exactly what we are not doing with a natural one.
You cannot try again.
Nope, I didn't want to. I was fine here. Go ahead, Libby, boom. Make it happen.
Okay.
You still have two more actions. Yeah. You just can't try to escape again.
Thought I was. All right, well, I will then very weakly, I think, try to use a twin takedown on this thing. If I can't break free, I'll just take you down with me. Little green slimy thing. This is with a little bit of map, though, since I already tried to escape. Only one.
One
Oh,
hit.
not even any of them. One did
Oh,
hit?
yeah. Yes, the first one hit.
Okay. I just saw another natural one come up, so I'm learning to accept my fate. And then
So 15
Yeah,
points of damage. And I think you still have one action left.
I've got one action left. I will. Oh, wait, no. Utilize map.
And that
There's
will
too much
miss.
tangling up. It's getting caught. I can't get my backswing. I can't follow through. This thing is way too sticky.
Dezi.
Yeah, Desi's gonna, assume that Libby is gonna do a kaboom and will move to the east to stand next to Libby and also defend them with it if they can. My Holy Lances seem to be working pretty well, so I think we'll keep that and probably on the more injured still. So I will cast Divine Lance. Fire a ray of holiness at it. And it, hits.
Hits. Yep. It's taking some extra. It's burning up. It's starting to become a little more see-through, maybe slightly purified. Maybe you're seeing less disgusting and it's more just water now remaining. And Libbiel.
Libbiel turns to then her staff, pointing in the right direction. All right, here it is. Kaboom. She's going to
Okay.
fireball. So
I believe you can easily hit the two of them and Vanarel and no one else. So Vanarel,
Yeah,
you give me.
I
I'll do the saves for the two of them.
Benno
There.
just nods and then
There.
grimaces, waiting for the worst of it.
Both of the oozes succeeded, and Vanarel failed. So
Vanarel, you're less dodgy than an ooze. What's going on?
equal amount of damage to the party and the enemies.
I also maintain my spell. So give me a basic reflex, 31.
Yep, and it's on the one right next to you, I believe. Correct?
Yes.
32. So that's going to take half damage again.
Yeah, someday it'll do full damage.
And we are up to beginning of round 4 with Daegron. You're starting your turn inside the cloud. We will need a fortitude save from you.
A 30.
That is not going to be a success, so let me find that damage for you. Need to scroll way up, or I can probably pull the new spell up. There it is. Roll damage. 29
All
points
right.
of damage, and what do you do?
Okay, coughing in this cloud here. Unfortunately, we're just out of range. He's going to need to sudden charge to get there. He comes hurtling out of the cloud of smoke to get next to the one that escaped him before. And he gets to make an attack at the end of this. So he brings the axe down hard with the momentum.
Another hit.
Decent damage roll for 48 before he gets reduced. And then we get the nice little slow save again.
Yep, and then it's going to try to grab your weapon again. It really wants your weapon. It's not getting your weapon.
Nope, not getting there. So now that we know it's safe, he continues on and is trying to just bash it against the grates here and push it away from Vanarel. Go for the map attack. All right, 33.
Another would-be crit, if they could be crit.
And then we're gonna freeze one of these guys one day here, maybe.
Oh yes, sorry. It's they're staying together in this. Okay.
Yeah, they are fortuitous, but he gets below Vanarel here and is just trying to get some attention off of him.
Yes. So this is the one that had grabbed Vanarel. No, sorry, it's not the one. The other one had grabbed Vanarel. This one had not.
This is the one that escaped.
Yeah. He's gonna. The top one. Okay, so the top one is the one. Okay, the top one is the one who'd grabbed Vanarel. So in that case, he will try to once again flow over the connecting tendril and try to cover Vanarel's head in liquid. And we will need a fort save from Vanarel.
I will take a deep breath in defiance.
Okay, you keep yourself from being submerged. And what does he want to do then? He'll spend an action to keep the grab going, and he will then swing at you once with a tendril to try to do some damage. This one will take map. But he is going to hit you solidly. He would have crit you if he had attacked before extending the grab. 23 points of damage. The other one is, well, you can't let the first one have all the fun. And there are these two other squishies next to it. I think he's going to go for a squishy. I'm going to roll a d2. 1 is Libbiel, 2 is Dezi.
I already know it's my fate.
It was on the 2 until the last second, and then it flipped over to Libbiel.
I mean, at least you can escape for free. There's that.
So
How long does this last? Yeah, okay.
it is going to try to grab you. Oh, try to hit you with a tendril first. Scores a hit against you.
Yeah.
35 against
Right.
AC. Pretty easy hit. It then tries to grab you with a critical fail. Let's see. If you already had the target grabbed or restrained, you can try to grab back if you want, or you can force it
I
to
don't.
land prone.
Go to prone. I don't want to grab this thing. I don't want to touch it. Get away from me.
You dodge out of the way so nimbly that it just falls on its face in the sewer water here. And it has one action remaining. And what does it want to do with that? I think it wants to stand up. It knows it's probably a bad idea, but it's going to stand up.
Have fun. I think Vanarel gets this too, I think.
Vanarel
Yep,
and, yeah.
Daegron turns around. Nice trip, Libby, and he brings the axe down and sync with Vanarel here.
It is going to react to Daegron's one, trying to grab your axe. It's going to give you the -2, but it's not going to succeed at absorbing the axe. And then the damage, let me apply. So let's see, from you have Daegron's and Vanarel's. You both hit. You're whittling it down. That was its whole turn. Alzarius is now up next. He's trying to keep the sewage off him, just like Libbiel. He seems to be a little more worried about the appearance than maybe some of the party that's been gallivanting through the center channel. And that worked. He is going to. He saw that the Intimidate worked pretty well, so I think he's going to just try a low rank Fear and see if he can just help out getting some debuffs on these guys. He's going to target, I guess, the more hurt one, the one further away. It did get a save, so it's only going to be frightened 1, but trying to help you finish that one off. And with one action left, he will cast a Guidance on, let's see, he's seen that Daegron is hitting very easily. Vanarel has missed a couple more times, so he's going to give this to Vanarel. And Vanarel, you are up next.
All right, I will mutter a brief thank you. And it is this one closest to the gate is the one that has me grabbed.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay. It turns out after getting engulfed by a bunch of slime demons, they all start to look the same after a while. So I will start with him. I'm just going to just windmill my hammers. And if I have to like squeeze him through the grate like a jello mold, then so be it. Just going to utilize my twin takedown and these. Oh, I don't know if that is going to include the guidance automatic.
It does
I
not.
didn't think.
They both
Okay.
hit, though, so
All right. Well, I'll have 36 or so.
took a little bit extra.
All right. Still has me grabbed, though. All right. I'm just going to continue to wallop on this thing, just smashing all the way through almost to the sewer grate, I think, at this point.
Use a light
Uh,
hammer.
That is a crit, which will be a regular hit.
All right.
And do you have any crit specialization at this point in time against your hunted prey? I thought you did.
I normally do. Is it not coming up?
I'm seeing
I
weapon
hadn't thought of
spec.
that.
I'm not seeing crit spec.
It will not if you don't click the crit, just like how on the
Oh,
cross rune. If I don't
yep.
do the crit
Oh, that's
damage,
what it is. Okay.
yeah.
So what should it be doing?
Fortitude
It
to
is.
avoid.
It's a fort save against my class DC, or it goes prone.
Got it. We should have been doing those more often. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I didn't even think about it. I was just
That's-
too busy being strangled by
What's
slime.
your class DC? I think that's going to be a failure.
My class DC, it's certainly going to be lower than a 26, or higher than a 26, rather.
I'm going to assume it is, and I'm going to mark it prone.
Where the heck do I find that on? I've never had to look for it.
Efficiencies, that's on the bottom.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, the class DC is a 30.
Okay, so it is prone.
All right. And well, I've still got one more action, and I am not above hitting this thing while it has grabbed me. It is trying to flow into my lungs and over my head. I am happy to pummel this thing.
That's another crit, which will be a hit. Go ahead and press the crit button. That way we'll get the. It's not going to take the crit damage, but Foundry handles that fine. Even that one didn't show up.
Yeah, it's strange.
Huh.
Okay. Well, it still took a lot of damage, but it is still up. Dezi, you see one of them really
Okay,
barely holding together.
We need to get that one down. So yeah, I think I will hope that this final Divine Lance will do the trick. And I will mutter a prayer to the open roads, and fire away.
Crit, that will do regular damage. And you have destroyed
Thank
one of them.
I've got one action left. I'm going to as my fox tattoo glows, I will cast a life boost on Vanarel over there, who's looking pretty bad off.
Libbiel.
Let's go ahead and just live wire this thing. At this point, I shouldn't be wasting spell slots on it.
That's a hit. Is that the right amount of damage? Yes, that is. Okay. Just a really,
And I
really.
maintain the spell.
Okay. Yep.
31 reflex.
It's going to save, so it's taking half damage.
I think reflex might be its highest save or something.
You can see like the
Pretty sure
fire
it's
is
fortitude.
it's burning off some of the gases surrounding it, and it seems like it's not really hurting it that much, but it's slowly getting diminished here. Daegron.
Okay. Seeing as there's only one left here, he's going to regrip the weapon, clear the slime off, or bringing it around and flurrying on him with these last two hits. So we'll start with a snagging strike on the first one here. Just trying to smash that skull out from from inside the blob.
Another solid hit.
Ooh, bad damage roll, but it is what it is. And then for his third, he'll go at the map, get a little bit of damage bonus if we get.
Another hit.
It's just splattering ooze all over the walls as he just brings the axe through it over and over again. That's all three.
Let's see. We're an hour in for a hero point award here. I'm going to say Libbiel for that trip. I know it was it rolling poorly, not you doing something, but I like the flavor of that one. So you're going to get a hero point for that. And
Maybe you can use a single action if you're feeling like you want some hits back to get some.
and it's now the ooze's turn, and it doesn't like how things are going here. But it does see that Vanarel is still pretty bad off, or Alzarius has kept healing people. Yeah, it's going to do its liquid leap ability again and move over here, and then slash at Alzarius with a sludge tendril. And it is going to crit Alzarius for 48 points of damage. And it's Alzarius's turn now, and yeah, he's going to stride away from it. He doesn't like being next to it. Luckily, he didn't have any actions to grab after the little teleportation. And I think he's also thinking we're in wrap-up mode, stop using big spells. But he does have... He'll still use a level 1 spell. He's going to use a hydraulic push on it. He hits. Barely, but he hits. No, not barely. Almost a crit. And also, it should not be off guard because it moved out of range of Daegron. And it pushes it back 5 feet. And something else happens that you see it wince as the water rushes over it, cleaning it.
I have a reaction.
Oh, you have a reaction. Okay.
Opportunistic.
Yes, yes.
nature.
That's awesome.
That is true. It did suffer from its sin vulnerability. So you're basically telling it it's getting too clean, I guess. And it will roll its...
Feeling a little clean, lover boy.
It does save, so it takes an additional... You can roll the 2d6 mental.
Okay. No, friend.
Vanarel, you're up.
All right. I don't like the idea of this thing getting away. So I am going to do something. Yes, it looks foolhardy. Yes, I'm charging right down the center of the sludge trench past Libbiel to face this thing. I will probably get grabbed for my trouble. That's how I am predicting this. But not before I slam this thing in the face a couple of times with these hammers. I am done with this weird, greasy idiot.
You had a pair of hits there for 33 points of damage. And it's...
Doesn't look like the life boost triggered, did it?
It did, yes. I'm just looking that great. It did trigger, though. I saw it go off. Yeah.
I don't see it at the beginning of your turn.
When I first clicked over, I got a plus 12.
Okay.
Oh, I see it now. Yep.
Yeah. I do have one action left, and I'm going to try and crack this thing's skull inside the gel. I will not do so, however.
Dezi.
I feel like the lance has been doing its work here. So I will, open roads and clean sewers, apparently. I will cast Divine Lance once more. Helps to target it, I suppose.
Another crit. Only a hit.
And just to be a little cautious, I will kick off a shield spell in case it comes my way if we're doing all its holy.
Libbiel.
Okay, so he looks a little cold over there. I'm going to sustain my spell. Can I sustain it twice in a turn?
What does it say? Does it say the first time you sustain? Or does it
It
say...
just says when you sustain the spell, like you can level up to 10 feet. Doesn't say the first time.
And I guess then this one can be sustained multiple times. So you're going to make it
Okay,
make multiple saves?
So I think you need to do
path?
twice to get it there. Is that right?
Once here and twice,
Okay, so it needs to make one reflex save, which will be a success, I believe. I think exactly, right?
yeah, 31 is the
Okay.
save, so I've just been maintaining this the whole
Yep.
time. And then I'm going to pat Dezi on the shoulder to get some healing from Dezi. How much is that?
And while you're looking that up,
Yes.
Daegron,
4d10. There's a button for it, but it doesn't work. It's
Okay.
just 4d10.
All right. Daegron is going to slide past Dezi here to get down next to the slime and try to finish it off. Go for the snagging strike first.
that looks like a hit with some solid damage. It's one of your first regular hits rather than a crit,
Yep. And then we'll go for the second attack here.
which
Another
will
hit.
also hit.
So we get some forceful damage, just bashing the bits of bone left inside of it across the walls.
And it's going to try to grab your weapon yet again. It has not succeeded at
Mhm.
this at all, but it's going to keep on trying. It wants your weapon. No, it really can't get it. That was your whole
That'll be a
turn.
3. Yep.
It is up next, and it is not doing well at all here. It's going to cast a spell now. This one does have manipulate.
Well.
I think that affects
That's
both of
convenient.
you. Yep.
Because I have a hammer. Yep.
Oh, and Daegron's disrupted it. Its attempt to Dimension Door, aka Translocate Away, is interrupted. And do you finally slow it? No.
I scored the 26.
So that will hit.
looks like a hit, so he can take a little bit more for his trouble.
It is still up. What is it going to do? It has one action left. It's just going to do something out of spite at this point. So it's going to swing at Vanarel
All right, come get me, ugly.
and miss. Zarius, I'm going to skip. Vanarel, can you get the kill?
I would love to get the kill at this point, pointing at it with one hammer and then swinging with the other in a rapid succession for a twin takedown.
Oh, yes. You have 2 hits there. It had 4 HP. You completely pulverize this thing. The bones inside go flying out in all directions. They lose their sense of cohesion. The rest of the ooze just behaves more like water and goes back into the sewage here. And the whole area is now eerily silent, aside from the running and dripping water. We are out of initiative.
Oh, anyone want to double back and find a different way in?
No, I think
You
we should
know-
press on now that we've dealt with all the sewage.
That's what I
Yeah.
was going to say, Dezi.
Kind of smelly.
We're already gross. Might as well continue on.
Hey, Vanarel, take 24 more back and just remove the effect.
Okay, Darius, are you all right?
I am fine. I was not expecting to run into demons down here, but
Yeah, that seems kind of strange.
something here is not right.
Agreed.
There should not be demons under our fair city.
Before we go on, do we want to patch up a little bit? Probably makes sense to make sure everybody's.
I can do
Well,
a life
before-
boost and then refocus.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I need to refocus anyways. Carl,
So-
you get any better with that medicine? I know you were stabbing people before.
I've gotten pretty okay with it. I'm thinking maybe definitely wash some of this gunk off first. But yeah,
I prefer it if we didn't get infections.
Yeah, that's
good
what I'm
point.
hoping for.
So each point of the focus tool takes 5 minutes, right? Every
10.
10 minutes. Okay. I guess I'm going to hit both Daegron and Vanarel with a life boost.
In that case, I will hit probably Daegron one additional time, and I'm going to guess that's going to get us pretty close to full. That's 48 for the, right?
For a full
The
one?
full.
I'm also changing
Titan.
Alzarius' hit
Okay.
points to show up as he's a party ally.
Oh, okay. It should hit Alzer.
Okay.
Darius.
Both of those I am maxed out.
Okay.
And with my assurance in medicine, I can just
Oh, you know what,
score
yeah.
a 26 for being careful's sake.
So we'll spend maybe about 30 minutes here and heal up.
That's fine. I'll
It'd be
keep
nice
track.
and patch up Alzarius. It's a good bonding
Yes,
experience for you,
including
Vanner.
us.
Yeah.
Yep, 30 minutes. I can assume you're all topped off. I'll keep track of the time passage. I know you came in right before curfew was falling. And give me a perception check, Daegron.
Would it be based on sight?
No, this is more sound-based. You are hearing a odd sound coming from further down the tunnel. Something of a purring crossed with a hissing. It's a very weird sound that you've never heard before, but you think there is something living further down this tunnel.
I think we might have a cat snake infestation.
Ah,
That
cat
sounds
snakes.
awful.
Yes, I've definitely heard of these creatures. Cat snakes. Totally real.
He explains the general sounds he hears, but he'll take point again and
Can
continue.
we move together so then I can look for traps for you?
Yep.
I believe 2 of you are looking for traps. I'm rolling those automatically if they're relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can stop there. I'm not going to roll initiative, but I'm going to stop you. You can see some of these cat snakes now coming into view.
Oh,
Let me share the pretty cool artwork we have for them.
that's exactly what a cat snake would look like.
Yeah.
Oh.
I told you, didn't I? No one ever trusts me.
They,
I mean, it more looks like a lizard
It's a
there.
cat snake.
aside from its tendency to rear up on its hind legs, which makes it look a little goofy, it does look ominous and deadly, but it does almost make you want to laugh when you see it walking around on its hind legs like that.
I mean,
It's
look
a
at it.
Can I figure out what it is?
Sure, it's a green-scaled, yellow-bellied, purple-tongued skink, maybe? No, probably not. Looks like a little baby Godzilla, maybe. But yeah, you
It
can.
seems like some sort of mishmash. I mean, I'm happy to. I don't know what makes sense here.
Yeah.
Nature or occultism.
You can roll nature on this.
I'll be
I'd like-
happy when you confirm the cat snake for me.
Yes, it is an overgrown, yellow-bellied skink. You've never heard of them coming up on their hind legs like this. Maybe it's a mutation caused by the sewer gas here, but you're used to them being nuisances more than anything else. They are somewhat territorial in your understanding, though.
If I get one thing, it's maybe how might we deal with these in a way that won't make them aggressive? If that makes sense.
Sure. You'd think trying to feed them cold iron, you've been told, is a useful taming mechanism.
I don't just have cold iron on hand. I don't know about you two.
Vanarel will de-emphasize his light hammer. No.
I mean,
Way.
yes, I do, but I feel like we shouldn't hurt these poor things. Okay, fine. I'll cautiously approach holding out my cold iron gauntlet. See if they,
So go ahead and move
try to make
yourself.
some friends.
Yeah, they're going to come a little towards you. It also smells like rotten eggs here as well. And they are now shying back from you. They're hissing and scowling at the gauntlet.
I might have done my special natural one thing. I don't know.
I look at them and like see if they're reacting in like a demonic sort of way.
Sure.
Oh, these are
Here,
You can give me a demon lore check if that's what you wanted to do, or something similar.
demon lore, definitely.
skink lore is what you're gonna
They
need. Sounds
they
like.
are definitely acting unusual for a natural animal. They would not have had a reaction to cold iron usually. And you do see some small fungal growths on them as well that you would not expect to see. Your understanding of yellow-bellied skinks from what Dezi would have told you is they are somewhat fastidious. Even if they do live in refuge places, they tend to keep themselves clean. So seeing fungus growing on them is unusual.
Two things. One, I have a suspicion they're demonically possessed. Second, are those mushrooms kind of like a normal thing? Shouldn't they be like clearing those off?
I don't know. Maybe.
Hi. Couldn't tell you too much about the lizards, but
Well,
want me to
we-
try to scare them off? But what's our
we-
plan here?
Close
Yeah.
enough. Maybe we can see if we can take the mushrooms off of them.
Well, I'd rather just pass them. And I mean, if
Yeah,
they're scared
but
of the cold
it's-
iron, maybe they'll let us through.
It's definitely not something natural to them. Yeah, could be why they behaving oddly.
Maybe. I don't know. Guess we could take a closer look.
Can I use telekinetic hand to see if I can pull a mushroom off of one of them?
Sure. Give me
Yeah.
give me your magic discipline roll for how much you can maneuver it.
Okay. Here's my Arcana.
Okay, and with that, we will be rolling initiative. Yes, you'll be using that roll as your initiative. So you should be toggled in. Everyone else can roll. I will roll yours manually, Libbiel, and then I'll update it to your roll.
Okay. There's. Let me just.
And everyone does get the +1 from Daegron. And Libbiel, let me update.
Here's hoping it was a good roll.
And
Oh,
Let me also move Alzarius up a little bit with the party at this point. He would not be staying back. And
I don't think they liked me trying to tug on the mushrooms.
yeah, you tugged some and it felt like you were pulling, well, from what you could see, because you don't get any tactile feedback from your telekinetic hand, but it was lifting the creature some. So these mushrooms, you're pretty sure they're growing out of the creature. They're not growing on the creature. And Daegron,
Uh,
you are up first. That whole room, anywhere you see the pipes, is difficult terrain.
Okay. So the pipes are what, like a kind of mid-level?
You're having to kind of squeeze up over them, under them, through them.
Yeah,
It's
all
making
over
this
the
whole
place.
room a mess. And I
Okay.
did
Either
mention the
way,
smell of rotten eggs in the air here as well.
he is going to, with his initiative, he gets to do a demoralize. He's going to let out a battle cry towards the one to the north before he advances on them. So let's do
That
that.
does not demoralize. It's a
Natural
failure.
7 ain't gonna
Yep.
do anything. So for his first action, he's gonna drop into his dueling stance, gets ready to engage, and then we will do a sudden charge so that we have enough to get where we need to. So that's 2 move actions and then an attack at the end. So with that charge, he comes in with the axe high and tries to take its head before the fight even starts. 38 to hit
That will hit.
for 16 points of damage.
And you also see a remains of some creature just around that corner. You see the haft of some weapon sticking out. You can probably see the very edge of that token.
Yeah, I can see just barely something there.
You see what looks like some sort of haft of a weapon and maybe a skull that looks with braided hair on it or something. It's hard to exactly
Hmm.
see from where you are, but there's something right around that corner there. Vanarel,
All right, I too am going to move into this room with all the strange pipes, and it looks like that's 15. So anything with pipes is difficult terrain, or is everything
correct.
from this point
Everything with
forward?
pipes is difficult terrain.
Okay, so that's essentially my 30 right there. I know I can see this little guy down to the roughly southwest of me, hiding among the pipes. So it's one of those little skink thing. I am going to hunt prey. I'm going to choose the little guy to the southwest who's hiding as one of my prey, and the one that Daegron is facing also right now is just my 2 targets. Then for a third action, I'm going to throw my light hammer and hope that it doesn't try to eat it because it likes to eat cold iron at this one down here. Just one single strike. They're shying away from it, but it might be food. Let's see what they really feel about this.
You miss,
They got
maybe because it almost jumped out of the way of the hammer at the last second, it feels like.
bouncing off the pipes. So it'll probably ricochet a couple times as it returns to me, back to my hands, and that is me.
Okay, the one that's furthest back in the room is up next, and it is going to try to bite you. And something about it, give me a perception check as it tries to bite you.
All right.
As it goes to bite you, it misses, but you feel very unnerved looking down its gullet. It is solid black in a way you're not used to, and it seems to stretch away a much greater distance than you think a throat should.
Oh no.
And it will then lash out with a claw for its third action,
Impossible space skinks.
and it will miss. Dezi,
Well, I kind of have the same general idea as Vanner, which is that one hiding just to the south of Vanner, which I have a decent line. I think we are going to try Eldritch Shot using a needle darts with some cold iron.
you have a line of effect to it. That is going to crit.
The bow damage, so those are 19 on the die for a 39. The bow damage is going to be 24, and the
And
needle
that's already
darts
doubled, right?
iron damage. Yes, I clicked to double. It also has some bleed, but I think it should do.
And are you wanting to push it away with your shot, or you don't care?
I actually don't want to push it.
Okay, so I'm not rolling that roll, and you're still getting the spell effect, right?
Yes, there we go. I think that should have the cold iron on it.
And that one
Yep,
is
so-
rolled normal, so I have to double that now.
Yes, correct. So 18 doubled to 36, which is 46.
Yep.
Doesn't.
It does not like you at all. That was your whole turn, I
And
believe.
I get to reload for free because Eldritch Shot with the new feat I have. So yay, loaded crossbow.
Libbiel.
All right, I am going to cast a spell I haven't used yet. Elemental form. Libbiel shifts her form into a ghostly, ghastly, and one action. So all the pipes are half movement. Yeah.
Yes, but I'm going to say in air form, you can just flow through them. They're not difficult terrain to you.
Okay. 25. And I'm going to see what's behind them. This creature that died here.
Yeah, all you see is what looks like a container that has some sort of liquid in it and a braided hair skull trophy.
Huh. All
It's
right. That'll be my
surprising in that it feels like this is the leftover remains of something that was killed, but there are no bones.
interesting.
And that was your turn. Up next
Also, none of
is
that movement provoke.
no, I saw that. Yep. Up next is the one that's been hit by Dezi really strongly. I think it is going to run to Dezi. It has a lot of speed. It can get to you in one action. I think that's
Yeah.
100 prey, so I
Right.
think that would allow Vanarel to react to it.
It is, yes. So I will try to catch it with the hammer on the way through. Hopefully I can stop it before it gets to Desi.
You hit, but not crit.
Oh, all right. 37, I'll take it. Dealing 15.
It took some extra. It is now going to try to bite Dezi. And it exactly hits you, it looks like. Is that right?
Oh, why am I flat-footed?
Is it counting Alzarius as an enemy? It shouldn't be. I thought I put him on your
I mean,
side.
my AC should be 30, so that
Okay.
should mean
Betrayal.
something.
So I'm going to move him one away just so it happens next time we know. I don't see what would be giving it off guard, so I'm going to say that's a miss. It has one action left then, so it will claw at you, and that's going to be a solid hit. And this time it says 30, so it was treating Alzarius as an enemy.
I'm
Alzarius is not even in
reloading
turn order.
right now.
Yeah, I didn't roll him in. I'll use him if I feel like you need his help, but
Mhm.
I don't want him taking attention off the PCs if you're not having too much trouble. So he did hit you for 22 points of damage, Dezi. And then we are up to the third one. And that one's taking some bleed damage first. It takes 5 points of bleed and it does not make it save. It's still bleeding. We now have the one that's starting its turn next to Daegron, and he's going to try to bite you. The mouth enlarges again, and you see your way into a void. It does hit you
Ooh, that's a big damage die.
for 26 points of damage, and he then tries to grapple you. But that's going to be a 26 against your fort DC.
Nope, that's gonna
Okay. And it looks really sad about that. So then it will just lash out with a claw, and that will miss. Those of you who have seen down the gullet of one, which I would say is Daegron and Dezi, I would allow you to reattempt to recall knowledge with more information now on your turn as an action.
Okay.
And up next, though, is Daegron.
Okay. Well, seeing as that one keeps going for me here, let's start this off. He's going to. Already tried to demoralize on that one, so that one would be immune. Let's do a demoralize on the one the south of that, also right next to him. He lets out another war cry. Oh, that's a nat one. That's not going to do anything. maybe he doesn't seem so convincing when they have void throats. And then he will start swinging at the one to the north that's hit him. So snagging strike.
Never heard your voice crack like that before, Daegron.
That will crit.
Let's put that nervous energy into the axe.
It is
And
not
then we're
slowed.
going to get some crit specializations that are 8 points of slashing to the one to the south as he cleaves through
I've
it.
applied the 8 points to the south, and
Okay,
I've
and
not
then-
applied the 40 yet. There we go.
And then he's going to follow it up with his second strike and see if he can maybe do it again.
That's going to miss.
Ooh, just a little shy there. And he kind of readies himself to hopefully not have limbs bitten off by these terrifying creatures as it comes to their turns.
All right. Well, I'm going to follow the one that just charged Desi back down this hallway here. Just like, hey, get back here. I'll move up against the wall to flank this thing. And it is one of my hunted prey, so I will use a twin takedown. Oh, I have to unselect the other. I had both skinks targeted as my prey to make sure I remember which one was which. All right, there we go. This one here, struck with a couple of hammers, flatten the tail out a little bit, give him something to think about.
You will have a miss and a crit. Crit with the cold iron weapon, which from what you've seen, they don't seem to like cold iron.
Guess not. All right, and then with my third action, I will swing again and come down on top of him with a 28.
That will hit
That does the trick.
because of the flank, basically, it looks like.
I'll take whatever I can get at this point. 13 more, burn him up a little bit there.
Hey, the least injured one is up next, squirming between the different pipes right next to Daegron. It's hissing at the other one of its a little bit, trying to maybe you think it's saying this is mine, and it's maybe fighting a little bit over who gets to eat Daegron. And it is going to try to bite you. It has a 36 to hit. Why are you showing as... No, that's dueling parry, so it's higher. That's right. Okay, it's still a hit.
Yeah, 42 to hit. I have a 36
Yeah.
AC. 21 points of damage.
And that was its whole turn. Dezi,
So there's one right in front of me. They don't seem to like cold iron. I think I will cast another needle darts as my cold iron gauntlet starts to now back on my hand starts to form darts and fire it at the one just in front of me.
33 will hit for 23 more points of damage.
That's right.
And that one has died. It's still twitching a little in a very unnerving state after death.
You know what? I am going to try another recall knowledge on this. Is it nature here?
Nature.
Okay, I will actually use my know the enemy to roll twice here. Oh wait, I can do this as a with know the enemy when I hit something. So I'm just going to do it with that when I hit with that. Succeed an attack roll against.
So using
yeah,
up your
I'll do
reaction.
I'll do
Okay.
it as part
Yep.
of that. Yep. Focus. Take the better there.
Well, of your 3 recall knowledge checks here, you've had 2 1s and 1 20 in this fight.
Yay! I finally hit the 20.
These gangly fey lizards are... Oh, they're called grizzlers. Or sorry, grizzers. No L. Grizzers. These gangly fey lizards are known for 2 traits. First, they look ridiculous when they run, dashing on hind legs, waving their front legs wildly in the air. Second, they're inveterate thieves with the ability to store an extraordinary amount of goods in their stomach. They first appeared in the River Kingdoms a little over 10 years ago, but several coordinated hunts have drove them further southwest, where they begin to thrive in the forests surrounding Razmiri. They share a quantity with a couple of other fey creatures, Azrapals and some of these rare whales that seem to have extra-dimensional stomachs. What would you like to know about them? You get 2 questions here.
I guess any other weaknesses would be good if they have them.
You already know about the cold iron weakness. You also know that they have cold iron indigestion. If they have swallowed a cold iron item, they are sickened too.
Oh, okay. I just need to get swallowed by them. Easy enough. And I guess any special abilities they might.
I'll give you a kind of a collection of them. They have the expected swallow hole that you've been seeing with their extra-dimensional stomach, but their stomach is more like a bag of holding than a stomach. They have to spend actions to flood their stomach with acid to start digesting things.
Well, that's fun. I will generally let people know that as quickly as I can. And I'm going to use my last action to move up and see if I can get a better view of the room.
Just because this one is so cool, I'm going to share the full detail to chat so you can see how these 2 abilities work. I think it's amazing. Anyway, so that was Dezi.
That
the
is
original.
wild.
Libbiel, you are up in your air form.
All right, I'm going to step forward and I'm going to hit this one with a gust of my hands. She reels back and just hits them with a big gust of wind.
Or do you want to... You hit anyways, never
Oh
mind.
yeah, let's
You never do melee,
let's go
so
ahead.
that's a hit. You can roll your damage.
Let's go ahead and give or not flanking. There you go. Oh wait, I think it's not persistent fire. Sorry, or the electricity.
Okay.
It gave me all the effects I need to
Okay,
off
so I will take off the persistent fire.
and the electricity.
I think
The
electricity is correct for
the-
air.
It's for the metal.
Oh, for metal? Okay. So we need to take off 1 point of that. I can put that back on.
My bad.
No worries. First time using a new spell. You still have 1 action left, I believe.
And let's go for a second punch. She reels back and goes for a follow up. All right.
That
let's
hits
do
because of the
damage.
flank. 27 against AC. For 13 more points on it. And that was your turn. One of them is dead. This is now... Oh, no, you don't need to take your bleed damage while you're dead. Let me remove you. There we go. Up next, we have the one who is flanked. He does not like being flanked. And how large are you in the air form? Still medium. Okay. I don't think it thinks it can swallow a whirlwind. So I think it's going to stay on Daegron for this fight. Jaws miss by a huge amount. It's going to try a claw on you. Critical miss. Do you have another reaction?
Yep, I got. Well, no, because I used one already, and my other one can only be used on opportunity, or on opportunity attacks. So I cannot do the second.
And then it's going
action.
to back up a little bit. It does not treat this as difficult terrain, so it could step for that to get out of the flank. Seems a little bit intelligent enough. Daegron.
Let me see here. And yeah, he's gonna, even with the difficult terrain, he's gonna follow after it here and work his way around the one Grizzer that's close to him to keep this one stuck between him and Libbiel. And then he will. You know what? We haven't done one in a little while. It'll be nice here. Let's do a slam down since I don't have a map right now. So we do a full attack here. And if we hit this, we get to do a full athletics trip. Ooh, hey, there we go.
You hit
Even with
because
low
of the
rolls.
flank. So the flank did it for you.
And then let's go for the trip.
That's a critical. So roll your extra d6 of damage as you slam it to the ground. It looks a little less silly now that it's not raised up on its hind legs running around after you. It looks much more like you think a lizard should.
This is the proper way for a lizard to be. And that'll be all three.
Vanarel.
All right. Well, now that the sewer hallway is clear, I'm going to slide back under these pipes and get back over to where Daegron is facing the rest of the Grizzer horde, pausing under the pipes here at what looks like a very uncomfortable angle. And this Grizzer here, in between Daegron and myself, this is not the one that I had
It is not.
designated as. That's right, because that one's been dispatched, I think.
I think you had 200, which was the one that was been dispatched, and it's the one that they are flanking.
Oh, that one there. Okay. Well, I came up on this other one here.
Yeah.
I will redesignate this one as my hunted prey, as well as the one that Daegron and Libby are flanking. And with as much reaching back as I can with this weird angle underneath the pipes all tangled up like this, I will use a twin takedown, try to squish it up against some of the pipe.
You had what looks like 2 hits there for a combined 31 points of damage. And that was your whole turn to move, rehunt, and flurry.
Yes.
The one that you just hit is up next, and it's conflicted. Who does it want to try to swallow? It's going to try to swallow Vanarel, I think. So here comes a bite, which will hit you
Well,
for 24 points of damage. It
Ow.
tries to
Hey.
grapple you. A little bit better than its other ones have been rolling, but still not enough. And with one action left, it's going to step out of the flank. Dezi.
I mean, Desi sees the one prone on the ground and thinks it's probably the easier target to get rid of first. Eldritch Shot with the needle darts seem to work pretty well, so they'll cast their needle darts. Their bolt glows with a cold iron tinge, and I will fire it.
That's another crit on your Eldritch Shot. You're getting a lot of those today. And roll your... There
And
you
that
go.
will need to be doubled.
Okay. It is still alive. Barely.
That's my full turn. That's 3 actions, but I do get the free reload. So
Libbiel.
Libbiel's going to go for a punch, weirdly. And she hits it with a big air blast.
33 against AC will hit and
There's
is going
12
to finish that one off. You have
Okay,
2
and-
actions left.
Look at Libby kill
We're
steal.
going to go here and another air punch.
That's a crit from Libbiel.
Holy friholies. Libby's violent when she turns to air.
Letting out all that rage.
Right?
Libby, why haven't you just been like punching things this whole time?
Not good
Daegron.
at it.
All right. Well, seeing Libbiel start mauling this thing, he's like, "Oh, all right." He'll step up here and let's do a slam down because this could be really funny. So we start with the first hit.
That's a hit.
Libby brutalizing him makes it very easy to hit him, and then we will go for the trip. Brings the axe around and bashes its legs out from under it.
Another critical. So roll me the d6.
4 points.
And that was its turn. Vanarel.
Yep, that's all mine.
It's kind of caught against the wall between the 3 of us. So let's just try and end this so we can get out of here. This place smells bad.
Actually, the smell is maybe dissipating. I'm going to say Libbiel's air form has kind of spread some of the gas around, and it's not as pungent as it used to be here.
All right. Well, I guess there's that. It's still not great.
Still
to hang
smells
out in.
bad, but the strong smell of rotten eggs is gone. the smell of the sewer is still here. You can't get out.
Okay.
You can't get away from that.
All right. Well, let's see if we can at least get away from this final grizzer pinned up against the wall. I'll use a twin takedown and just try to bounce this thing off the wall a couple of times.
You have a pair of hits for another 37 points of damage.
All right. Well, it's still on the ground. I've still got a couple of swings in me, so let's go ahead and keep that going here. We'll bring the Warhammer down next.
That's a crit. I think it is not long for this world.
24 more.
And we are out of combat. We just finished a fight against 3 grizzers, and the party is now wanting to figure out what they're doing next. What is your plan?
Well,
There was some sort of
before the
corpse over there?
before the spell runs out, Libby's just going to move out of the pipes, get up on her staff before she falls down, and lets the spell run out.
Okay. Yeah, you can see up ahead there's like a large cistern with some walkways. So you're kind of watching that while the rest of the party, it sounds like, is looking at the pile of undigested goods in this top corner here.
I'll quick identify them, presumably. I can tell that. I mean, I've got detect magic, presumably.
Sure, I will send them one at a time. Here is the battle axe.
Dezi, it's an axe.
You didn't even need to make a check for that, Vanarel. Daegron.
I knew it.
Stop talking to myself over here.
It is a
Yep.
+2 greater striking cold iron battle axe.
Oh,
Why don't you take this, Daegron?
he's just holding it in his hands. He goes off to the corner to hold it for a minute and just stares at it.
You got some drool coming down there?
Yeah, I'll be with you in a minute.
The salve looks like it is a salve of anti-paralysis. And then the final thing, this weird head skull that had some braided hair and a little bit of some, even maybe some skin, some mummified skin still attached to it, is a grim trophy. Greater. This is a consumable you can attach to a weapon to affect multiple people at once with demoralize.
Oh, would
Hey,
you look at that?
Daegron, I found another thing for you, I think.
All right.
It makes sense for you to take it.
This axe is going to be
can-
so cool with a skull on it.
It will take some time, 10 minutes to fix a talisman, so I don't know if you're doing that at the moment.
We can probably take a 10-minute break. I'd kind of like to refocus, and we might be beyond medicine checks. I don't know. You have continual recovery, Vanarel, or no?
I do not believe I've gone that far down the medicine chain. I've really just been sort of feeling myself out as a backup medicine for like the magic that you can provide.
Oh, actually, if we're taking...
I wasn't healed with first aid, so
Oh, okay, yeah. You want to treat Vanarel, and I'll refocus, and then we'll be good to go.
Yeah, I can get again with the assurance and medicine. I'm just sitting on a 26 with expert, so hitting the 2d8 plus 10.
So I don't want to spend too much on-air time healing, so just...
Yep.
Yeah.
We're all good now.
So just 10 minutes.
Okay, so 40
And he'll
minutes
have fixed
total.
his
plus
talisman in that time.
Okay, so 40 minutes total in the sewers so far, plus whatever time the combats took, which is a matter of seconds.
Well, you have quick identify, don't you, Dezi?
Oh, yeah, no. The 40 minutes was 30 before for the refocusing and everything.
Oh,
and-
okay.
yeah.
After the first fight, you did a lot more healing.
Yes, true. Okay. Holding his
Uh,
new battle axe and reverently staring at it, Daegron will lead the way.
Which way are we going, Libby? Would you say that?
He wakes up, and I miss being an air elemental now. It's this way, I think.
This large cistern is fed by several other large sewer passageways. Pipes and tunnels alike dump their foul contents into a foamy lake below, creating an endless churn of filth. It's warm and humid here, and every surface is coated in a sheen of slime, making every walkway and catwalk slick and perilous. Those of you scouting and searching, I can take perception checks from, which I think is most of you.
Oh, I didn't roll. Good, it wasn't even hit.
Yep. Dezi, you think you see... Actually, okay. Libbiel especially, you see something lurking below the water. It looks like a mass of rotting vines. I'll share the artwork. You see 2 of those, though, hidden below the water. It feels like they're watching you.
Are they in range where I can try to recall knowledge on that? Or did I get enough of a glimpse to recall knowledge or no?
Sure.
Oh, I didn't get it. Do I want to? Yeah, I'll roll. I'll use scholarly recollection to roll this twice. Do I feel like this is using corpses mixed in here?
There's some corpses. There's all kinds of things.
You
You
like
feel
nature
like
or religion? I don't know.
you feel like this might be more occultism. This just looks like a horrible hodgepodge of creatures that are mashed together of an aberration sort. And yes, these are ophals. They are normally found in dung heaps, city dumps, sewers. They are the living amalgamation of wet detritus, sewage, and rubbish. They tend to carry a disease called the wretched weeps that cause you to bleed from your pores. What would you like to know about them?
Yeah, what do they lead to? How do we kill them? I don't want to deal with these things, but
They
let's see how
have they have no special weaknesses. I'll give you another question in lieu of that.
then what are their special abilities, I guess? What are they going to throw at us?
You've the biggest one that wouldn't even call it a special ability, but you do know as long as they're in an area of sewage, they have fast healing, and you've already heard they have a disease. So, but
I'll pass on that information. Libby, I don't know if you just want to we should burn them a lot, maybe.
I don't really have burning anymore, but I know a way I can take care of them. That's
Okay.
what you
they do
asked
seem
for.
to be ambush or opportunistic hunters. So you don't know if they're going to attack you as long as you're not in the liquid with them.
Yeah, this looks slippery too. I can see how why I can see why they're camping out here.
All right. Well, I can fly, so you guys just handle yourselves, I guess. He's going to fly up on her
Sure.
broomstick or
Yeah.
staff. And I'm going to just take a peek down this way.
You see a small tunnel leading off. From where you can see, it turns, and you can't see where the tunnel leads. You see there's the larger tunnel to the south on the map that looks a little wider. You see a long tunnel, we'll call it to the east, that stretches off to the distance. And then you see the two tunnels to the northeast and north. The north tunnel also looks a little wider, and the tunnel to the northwest looks like it ends very early.
Okay. And I'm going to those rolls are making me very nervous, DM.
I'm doing my job.
I think this is the way forward, guys.
Well, do we want to make the way along this walkway? Dezi, you in between me and Vanarel?
Yeah, can you just does this go up and around? How do we get to where
Yes, so this
Yeah.
goes up. So you go up these stairs and then cross this catwalk, and then you can finish the way around.
Okay, Daegron's
You
going to take a
know,
quick look over the stairs.
how high is this?
That's going to be 20 feet above where you are.
Hold on one second.
Are you gonna make the staircase?
I am, because that seems like a good idea.
Helpful steps. Okay, you've called forth a ladder, and
Sorry, staircase in that
yeah,
case.
yeah, you can. And the thing you've called in is not coated in slime, so it's not slippery. So you can get up to here. It lasts 10 minutes.
Amazing.
That might not be your answer for your way out if you're in a hurry, but it does last 10 minutes, but we'll keep track of that. But yeah, that lets you bypass this very easily.
It also gives Alzarius a way, and if he didn't have one already.
Yeah, he'll come up here with you all.
Well, I think this might be the way forward. It's the biggest tunnel. I'd definitely probably pick the one where you had to cross the obvious trap that they set.
I'll head first and keep an eye out. And Daegron will head down into the hallway here.
I will follow Daegron because I'm searching for traps.
Yep, he's got Scout running too. Not
And
exactly the same, but
I am trying to detect magic, I assume is a search.
Detect magic. I will let you know if something triggers. Yeah, give me perception checks for those of you who are scouting or searching. I've rolled some of yours, but I'll let you roll one of these. People like rolling their own dice sometimes. Libbiel, you
Okay.
do, and Daegron, you both spot what looks like a secret door on the wall right back here behind you. And
Oh,
when you point it out, Alzarius notices a small marking just above that indicates this is a Razmiri safe house. It appears quite old and like someone has tried to deface or scratch it out.
well, is this where our hidden assassins came from? Seems like it might be.
well, do you want to crack it open? I can see if Bia can find anything in there.
Yeah, sure. He's going to give it a quick look over, see if he can see any traps or anything.
Sure.
If not, he's going to try to open it.
Yeah, you don't see any traps.
Okay, he goes and leans into it and sees if he can get this opened up.
Are you trying to just pull it yourself? Are you making a roll?
Yeah,
What-
I'm
okay.
just pushing against it to see if it opens, if it's locked or
Yeah,
or anything
it
else.
seems to be locked, and as you're pushing on it, you hear an alarm start ringing inside.
Well, he pulls out his
Did it-
crowbar and goes to force it open.
Okay, give me an
So I get
athletics check.
the athletics here.
Yeah, it takes you a little bit longer. You can hear the sounds of scrambling on the far side, but you're having to pry at it for maybe a good 20, 30 seconds, it feels like, before you get the door to open. And we will be rolling initiative very quickly, given that they had quite some time to know you were coming. And we toggle you all in.
Actually, can I, while they're doing that, am I able to cast a bless to get it going, or is
Sure, I'll allow that.
it weird scramble?
Don't forget, you guys got the scout for the +1.
This looks like a haste casting one.
And let me get them visible.
Can I take an action before we go as well?
Yeah, I'll allow a single 2-action spell ahead of initiative here.
Hey, Daegron, you're hasted now.
Ooh.
Inside the room, I don't know how many of you can see this yet, but there are a number of people, and I use that term loosely, that are wearing shredded Razmiri robes and Razmiran masks, but they are partially covered in fungus, and it looks like even their skin is being corrupted and changed. And up first,
Do I see any from my my vantage?
let me see if you, from where you do, I guess no one sees them at the moment.
Okay.
You're very close to seeing some Daegron, but you don't see any.
Yeah,
You
I
are
just
up.
wanted to check for the battle cry effect.
Yes.
General's up, not me.
Oh, sorry, Vanarel, you are up first.
Okay, well, we heard a alarm go off, so I'm just going to. Oh, there's someone in here. There's mushroom people in here.
Yeah, what you see in this room, let me give you a little bit of description here. The chamber is lit by the same glowing fungus you've seen throughout the entire complex. Numerous nooks and side chambers are visible, crammed with beds, chairs, and tables. In the center of the room is a large table covered in maps and papers. On the far side of the chamber is a shrine dedicated to Razmir. But unlike others, the mask of the shrine is broken and covered in a pulsating green fungus. So you have a stump covered with small mushrooms growing on it and a shattered mask of Razmir.
Wow. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do right now, I'm not going to step any farther in from where I am into the room here.
That
I'm
shrine,
going to.
that shrine was here, just so you know.
Okay, yeah, like opposite end of the
Yes.
room where I am. Okay. So getting into here, I'm not going to step too much farther in. I am going to, in common, just try to say like, hey, we're not attackers here. We just didn't realize that door was rigged to go off like that. That's not like a diplomacy or anything because I'm going to reserve my
Or a
last 2
deception.
actions. No.
Okay.
I'm just going to. I'm gonna just put that out there, see if they're listening, and I'm gonna use my other 2 actions to ready an attack. If one of these things does charge at me, I'm gonna clock him in the head with a hammer first.
Okay. They will respond with new converts for the rotting god and Dezi.
Well, I can't see anything in the room, so I think moving forward first is a good idea. So I'm going to stride up and move just behind Vanarel.
Careful, there's a lot of them in here.
I see. Okay, so first, WTF. Oh, I think a recall knowledge is in order. I'm going to go with, I guess nature might make sense here. I will use scholarly recollection to to boost this because I want to know what's going on.
Okay. These, you don't know anything about the fungus growing on them. That's something you've never seen before prior to, I guess, the Grizzers in the previous area. You don't know what effects they can or can't have. You didn't see anything unusual from the Gizzers besides the natural phase stuff you were expecting from them. But they are moving as if they were rogues, thieves. You expect they're going to have those kind of abilities. What would you like to
You
know
might
that's of the non-fungus persuasion?
you might get flanked by these guys. I guess, yeah. Do they have some sort of ability against flat-footed or things along those lines?
No, they do have their own sneak attack ability, but they do not have a resistance to being sneak attacked, if that's
Oh,
what
no,
you're
no, no. I
asking.
meant the other way around. They have the ability to sneak attack us?
Yes,
That's
they have. If they flank you, or if they get you flat-footed off guard, they can do extra damage to you.
okay. And I think my last aura will be action will be to expand my bless aura to 15 feet, so that people moving in the room will get.
Okay. Up next is one of them, and because of the alarm, they are already standing with their weapons drawn. They would not have been if you had avoided the alarm. So the first one is going to close on Vanarel, which I believe Vanarel has something to say about that.
He sure does, yeah, and that is a very loud, resounding nope. Bring a hammer down right between the eyes.
That
40
is a
Oh.
crit.
With the cold iron one. That's
Oh,
right.
go away. 24 points.
Yeah, it hurts them exactly the way you'd expect. Nothing unusual about that. It then has 2 actions left, and it is going to swing at you initially with its rapier here, stabbing at you. It moves a little jerkily. It's not quite as fluid as you think it maybe should have been, but it still hits you with a 34 against your AC for a measly 12 points of damage. And it is then going to back up out of the line of sight of the doorway. Next one of them is up. It's going to do a very similar routine. Moves up here, tries to stab at you once, missing horribly. I don't think you have a critical miss reaction like Daegron has, and
I do not.
it will then back up as well. Another one. This one is going to come a little bit out of its bed, and this one is going to drop its rapier and take out its bow and try shooting at you with its bow across the room here. With a 38 against AC,
Yep.
but not that
Broken
much
arrow.
damage, only 6 points there. And a fourth one who's going to go right now as well. Going to do a very similar thing. It's standing next to its bed. It had grabbed its bow ahead of time, so it's going to take 2 shots with its bow. Natural 20 is going to crit you. Good old deadly. 21 points of damage, and for its second shot is going to miss with a 30 against your AC. And it is now Daegron's turn.
All right. Seeing as he's hearing action, he's going to push through everyone else. 20 of his movement. What's going on here? All right. Luckily, Libbiel hasted me, so he gets there with 2 actions. He is going to activate his dueling dance and then try to splatter this one against the box next to him here with his last action. So let's get that activated here. Ooh, I should say this is going to be a snagging strike also.
That will hit with a 33
Ooh,
against
very roll
AC.
damage die on the first one. But with all 4 actions, 2 to get in the room, 1 to attack, and 1 to get into his stance.
Libbiel, who can't see what's
Okay.
going on at all.
Yeah.
Hiding behind the door there.
Using my speed, I'm going to move up here and I'm going to cast Phantasmal Calamity.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. You can get that. Looks like I don't trust Foundry's interpretation of that. Foundry is not having it flow around the wall.
I could just hit Daegron with it.
Well, I know line of sight, line of effect. This is probably technically the right way, but I'm going to be more generous. I'm going to let it hit all 8 of them.
Okay. So
because you were missing 3 of them that were in their little nooks and crannies that it was not considering part of it.
let's start from here. And
I'm rolling the will save for all 8 of them. What do we have?
Here.
I see a failure, 2 crit fails. I see, oh my, I see 3 crit fails, 4 fails, 1 success.
blow them
Desi,
all up as I see.
like you did last time, can you put the summary in for me by any chance? While I try to apply these all. So this one is full damage.
Yeah. So
The next 2.
Razmiri himself has manifested here and he's ready to kick their ass.
I've done the failure, the 2 crit fails. Next one is a crit fail. What was after that? Failure, failure, success. Okay, got them all.
On a critical failure, they roll a reflex save or believe it's a trap.
2, 3, and 5 need to give you a reflex save as well. And you do that this way.
Any that fail that are stunned.
I believe number 3 and number 5 failed it. Is there anything worse on a critical fail?
No.
No. Okay. Well, so 2 of them are stunned for a minute at the present, as the vision of an angry Razmir has appeared in their minds and berating them for their fall from grace. And that was your turn. And do we need to keep this effect out? No, we don't.
No, I'm trying to delete it, but I won't let.
I got it. Don't worry. Oh, you got it. Good job. Okay.
That's just actually.
Alzarius, I'm going to have, again, not participate unless things look like it's dangerous for you all. I don't want to slow things down. So up next is one of them. This is not one who is stunned. He does tell that Libbiel is a strong caster, though. So he is going to move here.
Oh, shit.
And he's going to ready an attack on Libbiel when he has a flank.
And none of them were demonic, right?
None of them, let me double check. Why would that matter, just so I know?
Because of this, if they were to fail against a mental effect, which that was.
They are not a demon. Okay. They may have some interesting things, but they are not demons. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was that one's turn. Move and ready to strike. Next one up is the stunned one. So nothing. He does get a new save at the end of his turn, it said, though. No. Natural one. He is still stunned. Next
Value
up,
already.
this one is not one of the stunned ones, so he will move in. The ready to attack will go off on Libbiel and will miss. The new one that arrived will strike twice and miss, and second strike. Libbiel is having a good day, it looks like. Look at that. 3 miss by ones.
I would like to include them in my blessing.
No.
And then we have the one in the back that also had a bow out, who I think is going to pick on Vanarel. Daegron looks scary, and Libbiel looks impossible to hit, so Vanarel must be the right target, right?
Yeah, if you stand here in the doorway, you bleed and grow arrows out of your chest. That's what I found.
There, yep. You're adding to your arrow collection. Okay, so only one new arrow. Vanarel, you are up.
Okay. Yeah, Dezi, don't stand here. It's very bad.
I look at you quizzically.
All right. I am going to, with my first action, I am going to designate the 2 masked fungal Razmir growths that are on each side of Libbiel as my. I think I'm going to step forward. I don't like even if they aren't very good at it seems. I don't want to give them the chance to do that again. So I'm going to skirmish strike to get a shot on this one here to the north next to this little nook. Get a shot on him, hopefully coming away with a 38.
That will crit.
All right. I have 44 points of damage.
Let's see. And its armor would have to take some damage, apparently. Okay. We roll that.
Also needs the fort save versus prone.
Oh, that's still not showing up. That's too bad. Yeah, that's going to destroy his armor. Let me make sure I have the right one when I destroy armor. Probably isn't going to change its AC because it's not smart enough to do that, but I will manually tweak this one's AC. Loses a point of AC. And then we need a fort save, you said? For the prone?
Or for it to go prone, yeah. The DC 30.
It will be prone.
All right. Then I am just going to step forward, did the skirmish strike, hunted prey on it. I'm going to clobber it one more time. That was with the one hammer, so that means the other hammer gets its turn. Stay it out.
That will miss.
Oh, I will just leave a dent in the tiles next to his head.
Dezi.
I think Dezi wants to see what's going on in the room, so I'm going to head in to get a better view here. Oh, I see things now. Oh, wow, there's a lot here. Feeling pretty good about actually, let's go one south here. So I'm just inside the door, just south of it. Kind of spread out my blessing to everybody. I will. General, you're looking all right. Daegron's over there.
A-okay.
A-okay. We're going to do. I think we're just going to take a crossbow shot at the northern one, the one that General has been going at.
Okay. The one that's prone on the ground.
Prone. Yeah.
That will hit.
5 on the dice will hit, so decent damage, nothing major. But and then my last action, because I'm kind of standing in the middle here, is going to be cast shield, I think.
Okay. Next up is the one that is right south of Daegron. It's one of the stunned ones, so let me roll its save at the end of its turn. It is still stunned. Nothing it gets to do this turn. This one is not. This one can do something. This is one of the ones that had been playing Keep Away with Vanarel, which now sees like it can't do that, and it's going to step back.
Well, you know what that means.
Step.
That
Oh, it was a critical
miss.
miss. Oh, yes, you still get to do your thing. It's trying to
He
be all
knocks the
sneaky and
weapon
smart,
aside
and you hit him,
for 21 points of damage.
and then he still
I
steps
guess
back.
I haven't even stepped yet.
Let's see. Up next, I believe, is one of the ones who has a bow out, and the bow's not been doing much. I think he's going to shoot at Libbiel with 3 shots.
Oh,
You are the scariest one here right now, but it looks like he is so scared he is not going to hit you.
is that
23,
partial cover from that pillar that he's like behind?
probably. Yeah, so he had 3
Kind of
shots,
using that Vanarel has been hit like 5 times.
3
and
misses.
Libbiel's just like dodging everything.
Up next, this guy is not stunned. He's another one of the southern ones who also has a bow out. Does not have a good shot on anyone where he is. He has to shoot through his allies and pillars. I think he's going to move. He's going to, I guess, move over to protect the altar. Stands in front of the altar there. And now he has a clear shot on almost anyone. He'll go for, let's see, Daegron is scary. Libbiel is scary. Dezi looks harmless, so let's shoot Dezi. Maybe that's the easy person to hit. A 30 against AC just misses. And even worse. Daegron.
All right. So, just taking a quick look here. My crit specialization wouldn't matter. So let's just finish off the stunned one and we'll move on. So he takes a swing at the stunned one.
Hits on a natural 2.
Oop, didn't mean to hit damage on me. And then he will stride down here. And let's see. So that's 1, 2. Yeah, let's see if we can finish this one off. We'll to go at the second map here. Or the first map, I should say. Oh, that's not 20 on the crit one. Or
Yeah.
on the stunned one.
Yeah, okay. I suspect that one is going to be no more. Oh, let me see. Does this this does not require an action. It is not dead. You see mushrooms and other fungus bloom out of their flesh, and it seems like it's slightly revitalizing them.
Huh. He turns back and he goes, well, wait, that's not right.
And you hit it again, and now it is properly dead.
And that would be all of his actions. He turns and goes, watch out. They like to not die.
Don't you all like to not die?
They
Libbiel.
especially don't like to die.
I don't know if Vanarel said they had a lot of fun with it. I'm going to cast Black Tentacles. This is another one I've never used. And I'm going to target it here. So I hit the altar, that guy, and that guy.
Okay. Yeah, I will. Yeah, okay. Let me roll. It's hitting 3 of them, correct? Plus the altar? Yes. Oh,
yeah, so it's
you roll an attack. Why does it
No,
say?
that's
for
the
got it.
other thing. So I
Okay.
think it's a 31, I believe.
No, it's make a spell attack roll against the fort DC. So you roll the attack roll.
Seems like
okay.
3 of them. Or 4 if the
So
altar's
1, 2. I did include the altar. 3.
Okay, that is a hit, a crit, and a hit on the altar.
All right.
So roll your damage.
So,
Yeah, we'll roll it
right.
once. And so hit, a crit, and they are all grabbed. Okay, and we need to leave that effect up because if they end their turn there, you can re-grab them basically, right?
It's a duration 1 minute. I don't even have to sustain it.
Beautiful.
Isn't that nice?
Okay, you have 1 action left.
No, I don't.
It was a 3-action activity. Yes, it was. Alzarius is chilling in the side. One of them is up. This is one of the ones who is flanking Libbiel, who is prone. It's going to praise the rotting god. It turns toward the altar. It genuflects a little, and you see more mushrooms. You see its wounds are going to heal a little, or a lot. It does look like it is moving more jerkily. It seems like the mushrooms are maybe slightly colonizing the body in weird ways. It will stand up, though.
No. You stay down. That's going to set off my Disrupt Prey. Reactive Strike.
Doesn't crit, so it does get, so it's not, and it wouldn't anyways, because you interrupt after it moves when it's standing up in the spot, but you did hit it for some damage.
Just take away all that praying God healing you got.
It is then going to attack Libbiel. It does look like it will be slowed, but it acquired slowed on its turn, so it still gets its 3 actions this turn. It is going to stab at Libbiel. 1 strike. 31 against AC. That will hit for once with its sneak attack, and it does its... And Pray to Living God... Oh, wait, never mind. It doesn't have the actions for that. Take that damage off. The Pray was a 2-action activity, and then the stand up, so that was its whole turn. I'm sorry about that. The
I had
next
a
one.
flash vision of being stabbed.
The next one up is one of the ones who's been stunned. So let me see if it ends its stun. So far, none of them have saved. So the stun just keeps lasting on all these guys. Nope. He is still stunned.
Get wrecked.
This is now the one that's south of you, Libbiel. So he's going to try to stab you once and see how that goes, taking advantage of the one person they can get flat-footed in this combat. It will hit exactly
Oh no.
for 24 points of damage. And he will then also use his Pray to the Rotting God ability, get some healing here. And that was his whole turn. And the final one of the ones with the bow in the far back corner who is not stunned, I think has a, I'm going to say Dezi's going to have 1 point of cover. I think Daegron would have more, so it's going to go for Dezi. Add
I already
one
have
to.
shield cover. Doesn't.
Okay, so we don't need to do anything with the rules. You already have the right rolls. Miss, thanks to your shield or the cover, either way. And the final shot. Miss.
Tentacle.
Which one is, sorry, which one is this on?
It's not the one.
You said
that's
it was from like this.
No, it was this guy right here. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So, but I will let you save that 20 until the next one that is in there. I'm not going to take that away from you. So,
10-4.
round 3, Vanarel is up.
Okay, so they're praying and regrowing their mushrooms back. Let's see if we can put an end to this once and for all with this Razmiri rotting person who I'm directly next to. I'll use my twin. Oh, have them both targeted again to remember it. The macro doesn't like that. All right, so this one here, right to my left, a couple of right to my left. That's not confusing at all. We'll make this easier, and we will use a twin takedown on him, trying to knock him back into the box behind him.
I see 2 hits, it looks like. Yes, exactly. Both exactly hit. 26 to hits for 23 points of damage. He's still up.
Still standing, huh? All right, well, let's see if your deity can maintain. I will hopefully strike him down or attempt to strike him again.
19 will miss.
Well, I've got one last shot at this. These guys are resilient.
38 will crit, though.
Well, maybe less resilient if I actually get a hold of them. 26 more?
It's not actually dead. You,
linking thing.
Right.
you see more mushrooms growing out of them. It seems like it's consuming their flesh to keep them alive.
Well, I'm out of actions to do anything about that, but that's very disturbing up close.
Dezi.
Okay. Well, I think we want that one down. So I think I'm just going to fire some. Let's cast a divine lance on it. These things seem pretty unholy. So I'll say a prayer to not having evil plants. We'll target the one that Vanarel just hit with the divine lance.
That will crit that one.
That's pretty effective, I'd say.
Roll your damage.
19 on the die.
Oh, yes.
That is not doubled. So
Not doubled.
22 should go to 4.
Yeah, that one is now dead.
And I will take my last action to reload, because I was not able to cast a spell slot. So.
Okay. We have one of the ones who is inside the black tendrils, is currently grabbed. So when does your thing trigger? Is if they start their turn there, Libbiel?
It's end.
End their turn? Okay. But if it doesn't get out, yeah, it's going to start off by trying to escape. It does not like being here.
So 31.
It manages to escape, had a 34, and it wants to get out of there. It has not seen an AOO from Daegron, correct? You've done your opportune
I don't
riposte.
believe so.
So
yeah, kind of riposte, not an AO.
he's going to stride away.
Let's see what happens here. That is a crit.
Don't you deny the movement then?
I think yours only interrupts manipulates, right?
Manipulates, I believe.
Yep. So he's going to have moved to there with his second action. And I want to try this. I don't think it's going to work. He's going to try to shove you into the black tendrils. There would be a map on this, so that'd be a 29 against your fortitude DC.
I have a plus 23, so 30.
No. If it hadn't had to escape, it would have succeeded at that. But alas, it does not push you into the bad. Up next is one of the ones far in the back. He doesn't like being here, but he's going to try to escape. 31 is the target. It does escape. He will move to there and take 2 shots at Libbiel.
Oh, no.
Seems like Libbiel's been the MVP this one. And you're also the tank this time, it seems. There they go. They got one hit on you out of like 12 rolls for 9 points of damage.
Oh,
This one is the last one who is inside the black tendrils. It's going to try to escape. DC 31, right?
Yep.
So it got it. It will also step out. Seems like it's guarding the door there. And it will take its 2 shots, its 1 shot at Libbiel. And another hit there. Libbiel's luck is changing for 10 points of damage.
That was with math, I assume.
Yes.
All right. He whips around as this one gets behind him and tries to cut it down.
wait, how did the other one get 2 shot?
It should not have. I realized that after the fact there. Did the second one hit?
Yeah, it was the second one.
So take off the 10 points of damage.
Whoosh.
Okay. 18 points of damage on the one behind me.
Okay. It is still up.
Okay. He'll keep going in on it here. Try to finish it off
That's another hit. 34 against AC.
for 22 points of damage.
It stabilizes itself from dying by bursting out with the mushrooms. And
Ooh, and
you
that's
miss.
going to miss. And, he's going to he's going to stride down around it here and get ready for the next turn. No point going for that third one there.
Libbiel.
Well, I'd like the tentacles attack to actually hit the altar as
Sure.
well.
Yeah. We
Oh,
can. Do
that-
you want to use that 20 you rolled before?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the
it's
14 damage.
it's pulled the mask apart. It's ripped some of the fungus off the wall, off of the altar there. It seems like it's just completely destroying those unattended items.
Okay. And how intact does the altar look to me?
The stump still looks in pretty good shape. You would not consider
Okay.
whatever's left an altar. It feels the mask has been snapped in 3 or 4 pieces. The mushrooms have been scraped off.
So I'll hit Big Vanarel with a haste then. Here you go, Vanna.
Hey, thanks.
And then shield up. I
Yep.
guess.
This is one of the ones who is stunned. It's not showing the stun, but I know he's one of the ones who was, so let me give him his save. Nope. Skip his turn. One of the slowed ones up above. What do I think it can do? It doesn't get its sneak attack on Libbiel. It's now seen Daegron do reactive strikes. It doesn't think it can get a flank on Daegron. Yeah, it's going to try a feint on Libbiel against your will DC. No, I don't think that's going to pull it off.
Nah, I'm a
It's-
little more willful than that.
It's, look over here. Oh, wait, I meant there.
It
Whoops,
might
sorry.
be flat-footed.
That's actually a critical.
Is it currently-
Yeah,
fail.
it's flat-footed itself now, off guard. It only has one other action, so it's just going to stab at Libbiel without flat-footed and weep mushroom tears. And it misses.
Uh,
And then which one is next? The far one in the corner, who's relatively unharmed, is going to drop the bow, pick up the sword, or draw the sword, take the flank it's been offered on Daegron, and try to hit you. With a 32 against,
Nope.
do you have something that takes away?
I have dueling parry always going, so it dropped me to my normal 30.
Got it. Okay, so the off guard and the dueling parry are canceled out, and it's the raw natural AC. Got it. Okay. Vanarel.
All right, so this one guy here, that's to the south of Libbiel, that is the other one who I have designated as my hunted prey. So I'm going to take a first action, slide over here, opposite sides of Libbiel, and I'm going to try and pummel him a couple of times with a twin takedown. Let's make this hopefully count because I know I have to deal with the mushroom unlife afterwards.
Let's see. You have 2 hits there for 28 combined points of damage.
All right. He's still. Yeah, he's not going to fall down this turn unless I do something incredibly funny and trip him. Now, every time I think of something clever like that, it backfires on me. Instead, I will continue to put him down the old fashioned way with another hammer strike.
That hits. 32 against AC for 20.
More.
And that's your
One
whole
action
turn.
left.
Oh, you have one because you're hasted. Yeah, you have one more action.
Oh, I fully forgot about that.
go for another swing.
That is the plan. Maybe, no, maybe I'll just stun him into oblivion.
That will hit.
Another 28.
Minor damage there. Dezi.
So these are plant-like things, and I've got a loaded crossbow. So we are going to do an Eldritch shot with ignition on the one that's standing across closer to the altar over there. I've got a pretty clear line.
Yep. Okay.
All right, and I'm going to assist with Shadow Projectile. Make a will save or be off guard against the triggering attack. That would be the attack that Dezi's doing.
That got a critical success.
Oh, okay.
Natural 20.
This little spell slots.
Is that your third crit with that today? That's a crit.
I think, yeah, probably. It's my second with the Eldritch.
So roll your damage and all the fun things. And you still need to roll the fire damage,
So
right?
yeah, you'll have to double that, like as per usual.
Got it. Okay.
You gonna be pushing him?
I think they're susceptible to fire. Yeah, actually. Oh wait, I get to push him back. Yeah, sure, I'll push him back.
I believe it gets to make a save, but we'll see if it succeeds.
Sure.
It does not get pushed back into the black tendrils.
There.
And up next is the one that is almost dead, but is still alive next to Daegron. And it is going to swing at Daegron twice. Or does it want to pray? No, it wants to swing. And a 38 is going to hit Daegron for 19 points of damage, and it swings again, praising the rotting god, hoping that this earns it its everlasting life, and it critically misses.
It will.
And once again, things erupt from it, keeping it alive.
Oh, does it get to go do this every round? Ooh.
It's a reaction.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Oh, I guess true.
It's basically orc ferocity in a different sense.
Mushroom ferocity.
It does seem to get slowed every time it uses it, though, so it is getting debuffed as it works its way through all of this. Which one is up now? The badly injured one that Dezi shot. Oh, but it sees a flank. Drop bow, grab sword, draw sword, move to here, and attack
Vanarel will look over his shoulder a little concerned.
with a 34, which will hit for 20 points of damage. That was its turn. Another one of that one takes some persistent damage. It is still taking damage. And then we have the one who's blocking the door and has its arrows out. It's going to shoot at Vanarel as well. You are right there. Has a nice clean shot.
Okay.
A 37 against AC is going to hit, I believe, not crit.
That's correct. Yep.
I didn't have you targeted, so.
She's 33.
10 points of damage on the first. Misses with a 31 on the second. And on the third, it's just hoping for a 20. Does not get it. Daegron.
All right. So let's see if we can finish that one off since it's already used its reaction. Oh,
You hit it.
Gonna hit him.
It is dead.
2 points. Okay, and then with
Girl,
that, he's
so
going to step
badly.
down. And let's start working on these ones. He sees the one to the south looks a little more injured, so he'll start there.
The one to the south
We get,
is a stunned one.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, we'll swing on it.
Okay. I don't think the stunned is showing up on it. Let me put it back on.
Yep. So that is a 35 to hit,
That will hit.
22, and then we will let's finish it off with a last map here. That's
That will hit.
a natural 19. So there we go.
18 more points. It's looking
So
bad.
just 3 swings down over and over and over as it's not able to defend itself, and then he's still got his dueling dance up, so he's ready for when the next one comes.
Libbiel.
Well, the altar looks badly damaged, so I don't think they're going to be using that anymore. I'm going to go after this one with my ignition. We'll do it in melee.
That's gonna hit. Which one are you going
And-
after? I'm trying to see why is
I
it
targeted.
why is it off guard? I'm trying to figure out.
Because Vanarel hit it.
Okay. Oh,
Off
yes,
guard
he's probably not
anymore.
off guard. You still hit anyways. Okay. Yeah. He's not off guard. That was from his bad deception. But you still hit. You still did
was
22
his
points.
turn, and it hasn't been his turn yet.
Oh, it hasn't.
So-
Okay. Okay. Off guard's back on him. You did the 22 points of fire damage, and you have one action left.
Guess I'll shield myself again. They've been going after me pretty hard, so I wonder why. It's not like I did anything.
Not like your 2 spells basically won the fight as it is. This one has to make its will save. It finally snaps out, so it is no longer stunned at the end of its turn, while it's still facing down Daegron. Wonderful. The one that you just hit with fire is up next. It wants to attack you, but it has flanking on Vanarel, so it's going to go for Vanarel. And it is slowed 1. Yeah, it's going to attack Vanarel. Misses with a 22.
Anything that triggers on miss?
And now it is no longer off guard. The next one up is... Which one? Did I do these out of order? No. And that's the one that's right next to Daegron, who hadn't That one had switched to the sword. It was attacking Daegron with the sword last round. So it can't get a flank on Daegron. It could probably provoke and get a flank, but it knows that's not a good trade. So yeah, he's going to try a deception on you, trying to feint you out, make you think someone's coming in the door behind you. 22 against your perception DC, I
No, I
believe.
don't think that's going to do
Is
it.
it a critical fail?
My perception DC is a plus 21.
So 31. So it just missed being a critical fail. So he does not make himself off guard.
Yep.
He will then swing at you twice. Yeah, give me a perception check yourself.
All right.
It missed twice. It critically missed on the second one, so you'll get your swing. Yeah,
Yep.
you can see behind you that that door that he was trying to convince you was opening seems to have had some sort of line of salt laying across it, and you've seen that they've all been avoiding that. But you hit him back and done 28 points of damage to him. And that was his turn. We're up to Vanarel.
All right, so I've got one of these guys on each side of me here. This one up against the wall who came over and tried to get the drop on me. I'm going to start with him. He's not my hunted prey, but I'm just going to give him one single hammer strike to the head. 37 to hit him.
That is a crit for 50 points of damage. And you're going to also have destroyed his armor.
But he is not dead, I'm
All
assuming.
right.
Oh, that's true. He is not dead. He is at 1 HP and slowed as the mushrooms burst out of him, keeping him alive.
All right. So while that was the one single strike I wanted to make sure I did because of the haste. So he has been clocked at least once. He is now just a walking mushroom. I'm going to turn my attention to the one directly south of Libbiel, who I do still have as my hunted prey. I'm going to use a twin takedown to hopefully remove him from, well, put him into his second mushroom life or whatever that is. A little bit of map here, but we'll do a couple of
You have
shots
2 hits
on him.
with the little bit of map for 28 points. And that one had not used its reaction this turn, so it further mushroomifies. It is now
Okay.
more mushroom than human. It's used this twice.
All right. Now, one more strike onto that same one here. This is my third action. I will try to end this weird squishy mushroom. Oh, I'm not
That
going to
will
get him.
miss. You still have a fourth
Two-
action
the-
because you were hasted, so you still have one action left, I believe, right?
They're too herky-jerky. Yes, I do. And that last one is going to be back to the... Yeah, I'll stay on him. If I put down one of them at least, they won't be flanking me. So I'll put one more, hopefully hammer, on just center mass on this thing.
Does not hit it.
Oh, my gamble did not pay off. Okay.
Dezi.
I'm going to try to help here. I'm going to go, I think, for the northern one. Actually, I'll go for the one right in front of me. I got a nice clear shot. So I'll take a shot at the one in front of me with my crossbow. That's the one to the south of Libya.
29 will hit. Sorry, 28 will hit. And it once
he uses it.
Yes, it cannot use it again. So it is dead. It explodes in a puff of fungus among us.
And then I will cast two action heal on Vanarel because they're looking pretty bad right now, which also reloads my crossbow. So created the open roads and open campfire.
Okay. The one who is no longer has a flank on Vanarel is unhappy about that. And it is slowed too, so it gets all of one attack. It will hit with a 36 against AC to partially offset that great healing that just came in. He got 69 points of healing and took 10 damage points, so it's not a great trade from their perspective. Up next is the one guarding the door. It just died from taking its persistent bleed damage, and
but it can use its reaction because it just got them back.
it just had its turn, so it does stay alive, but it also ups its slowed to slowed 2 now.
Okay.
The one by the door is going to drop the bow, draw the sword, stride into the flank. One attack on Vanarel.
Okay.
28 will miss your flat-footed AC. Daegron.
All right, we're going to do 15 points of slashing to the one to the north.
Okay, let me apply that. Let me also do all of the effects because things are happening, of course.
Yep.
And, does this one, this doesn't have your new rune on it, so this
does not get gold.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. Go ahead. So it did
Okay, and then we
stayed up.
here's the third one. We're going to try to put that one back down again.
That hits.
29 on
And
that.
that will kill it. For real?
And what, we're at 4th? Yeah, let's just keep going. we turn towards this one here, and we'll, at full map, do another. We get a little offset with sweep, but he then just keeps hacking and hacking. And at this point, getting a little, not too much finesse left to it.
Libbiel.
And I'm going to punch it as well.
Libbiel has gotten violent, and that will just barely miss. That was almost a hit. And at this point, I know we're getting very close to our normal end time. I will call this encounter. We have 3 left alive, one of them who's basically dead, and 2 who I think will be killed next round anyways. So we're going to assume that you finish killing them. You're not going to take any more damage from them. We will pick up next session with you exploring this room, the altar, the side rooms, and all of that. Is there anything you want to at least mention now in the end of battle? Not about searching the room yet, but just anything you want to make sure that we don't forget about between this week and next week.
No, I'm good.
Nope, nothing
I think
between
it-
weeks there.
I think Alzarius has some very interesting things to look at in here when he makes his way in.
He
Other than that,
he looks almost apoplectic at this, muttering blasphemy and all kinds of other things that he is not happy with what was going on here at all. But we'll go over more of that next week. So thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate all the audience and the chatter we had tonight. Thank you once again, and I look forward to seeing you all in the future.